Hello, Sprinkles. I always get a smile when you join me. You know, I have this tweet here that I made. I want to bring it to your attention because it's the 4-year ROI, return on friendship. If you put capital in and you hold for 4 years, what's your return? See, I like measuring this. You know why? Buying tops and selling bottoms is what most retailers do. But what about if you did the opposite? Oh, buy the bottom and sell the top. The problem is, no one is able to do that consistently. No one. They'll always get it wrong because it's chaotic. The down parts are chaotic and the up parts too. The euphoria, the depression, the extremes. It's irrationality. So what I like doing instead, I like looking at the 4-year ROI. So if you just get in and you hold for 4 years, how much did you make? And a lot of people say, oh, you can't do that. It's arbitrary. What you do is you can go look at a different scale of this. You can go, okay, how about I take different 4-year returns as I move forward in time? So if you said, hey man, I'm only going to hold for 4 years, which is a great amount in crypto, right? Because we are like 3 to 5 times faster than the stock market, right? So 4 years is like 12 years really when you think about it, okay? So 4 years, let's say you say, hey, I'm only going to hold for 4 years. And when I get in, I want to see what was my return if I got in, in the first year of this coin, in the second year, in the third year, and you just want to have a look at them. You just want to observe what happens. And I did this for Bitcoin. You can do this for other coins, but see, the problem is most coins, say it with me, they don't form a religion. They don't even make it that long. So you can see this. That's why it's special to see Bitcoin. But it's beautiful that it survived, but it's also a bit of a poopy because the returns, they're getting very much lower, really small, as we'll see. So look at this. I made this for you. It's true. Yes, it's true. I did make it for you. By the way, I apologize. Wow. Oh my God. You see this green here? I'm so sorry. I should have prepared. This is inadequate green. If anybody ever tries to paint something this green, they're not your friend. And you should probably consider not speaking to them for a long time. This is tree color forest green. You cannot draw charts with this color. You need pumpermental green, right? There you go. You need pumpermental green. There we go. Now we can actually do it. All right. I apologize for that. Sometimes, friends, you see me in my deepest, darkest moments. That's why we're all family and I love you here. So, I did make this for you. Oh, look at that green, friends. Yeah, we're going to the moon. All right. Bitcoin used to give 9,100x return for a 4-year hodl. So, if you're curious and you want to do this yourself, I'll quickly show you. Okay. Here is a Bitcoin chart. Wow, look at that big logo. All right. What you want to do is change it to a 1-year chart. You see 12M? You can just type in 12M, and put it on a log chart. And this is for any coin. And what you want to do is you just go to the open of one of the candles and you want to just go and count the close to the 4th candle. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're going to close it here. So that's all you do. You go down, you do the open. You say, oh, okay, if I got in January here and I held for 4 years. See, the funny thing is I was actually more conservative in my chart. In my previous picture, I wrote here 9,100x in pumpermental green, the bottom left. It was actually more than that. It was actually 13,500x. That was your 4-year return. And then you can say, okay, what happens in the next one, right? So that was 13,500x, right? 13,500x. And you can just go and have a look at the next one. You go 1, 2, 3, 4. This is selling near the end of the bear market. You can see this red candle, right? But it's cool. You want to see, right? You want to see the numbers and how they change. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at this. Your return is 1,000x, 1,091x. Okay. 1,009. I'll just do 1,090x. There you go. So you can see it change over time. Okay, but it's not meant to direct your focus on the actual size of the number. I just want you to look at how much they're slowing down. Okay, if your posture's straight, we can continue because I know it is. Look at this. Like, it went to, like, friends, I'm not saying we're all entitled to 9,000x because how many coins are there now? We're too late. There's 22,000 plus crypto. They're making 10 to 20, 30 coins a day. They're going artificial intelligence, China coin, Arbitrum, get on these new decks. It's impossible. What about the next chain, the next narrative, man? It's impossible. I just want you to see what you're in for, okay, and what you have to be grateful for. Because, look, it's possible that if Bitcoin slows down, maybe our euphoria in crypto also slows down. I don't want to spook anyone, but it is possible. You have to account for that. And you're going to ask me, okay, what do I do? Well, the answer is take my videos seriously and stop being a little fucking bitch and buy in the depression and get more aggressive. You don't have to hold for 1,000x, Habibi, because you went aggressive and a freaking 15x is enough for you. I'm not saying, just sell at a 15x, but you get the point. There are a lot of people with $1,000 buys and are like, oh, sweet, I'll just wait for my 1,000x. Yeah, but there's someone else out there like me, the hungry wolf, who wears slippers in a dusty room in Australia wrestling crocodiles, who says, this sucker, and yeah, you are a sucker if you have this life-changing opportunity in front of you, and you're not listening to this. You are a sucker because you put in $1,000 thinking, oh, it's going to change my life. No, $1,000 changed your life 8 years ago in crypto, not today. There's too many people in. There's no more low-hanging fruit like it used to be. The smart person says, okay, that guy's got $1,000. I'm going to try put in $10,000. I want to go 10 times bigger than that guy. Because when he's dreaming about 100x and we're up at like 20 to 30x, I can get out. Okay, and that guy with $1,000, he's not going to get out at that top because he wants his $1,000 to become 100K. That's how everyone falls in the trap, unit bias trap. Okay, so even Bitcoin, friends, it used to give you a 69x. Look where I drew it on the chart. Look where I drew on this beautiful chart for you. It used to give you a 69x there, man. Like, you can see. So why I wanted to highlight this to you is look at the extreme number you got at the very start. Asymmetric return. It's so beautiful. But then look how much it tapers off, friends. Look how much it tapers off. 69x. Now, by the way, this is a 4-year return. If you stretch it out to 8 years from that point, you get the next 4-year part. Yeah, you see, it's still juicy, right? It's still great. But it's not that nice, friends. It's not that nice. Like, look at this. You get to multiply that. So isn't that amazing? If you're holding this to 4-year periods, you do 9,100x by a 69x. This would be your return. My God. Please leave your pants on because it's about to get wet and wild in here. 9,100 times 69x. You made a 627,900 times your money. That's a lot. But look what happens. Look how much you've been conned, right? You've been conned. We all got conned, friends. Don't worry. Look at this. Now you're only multiplying a 13 by a 2.6x. This is your life now. 13 times 2.6. You get a 33x. But friends, I'm sorry. Look at this 13x was, you had to buy early. As soon as Bitcoin broke its $1,000 high around 2017 at the beginning of the year. See, most people came, I know because I spoke to a lot of people, most people actually came towards the end. That's when that's how markets work. Only the top 10% strongest, us, the 4 hearts of friendship and justice, right here. You can see them right here. That's why I'll put them everywhere. Never forget that. 4 hearts of friendship and justice. You have to get in early, man. You have to grow a pair of ovaries or balls of titanium strength forged in the middle of Earth's crust. You have to do that because you are only in the circle of friendship with me and like 9 other people. Where it's only 10% of us. The first 5% of us, the absolute crazy people, we're like bleeding edge picking the bottom. Then the next 5% come in. That's all there is. The next 20 to 30% of people start coming in the early wave. You need to get in here. The people who are watching it. They're the people like Arthur Hayes, Crypto Kobe. Those are the people who like to wait for a confirmation. Like, okay, I don't want to deal with the abyss. I'll happily accept the low return, right? Friends, look at this, man. Look at this. By the way, okay, just to show you what I'm talking about, right? See this 32x? This is in the Bitcoin cycle. It's not even the real low, 32x. But look what happens if you wait for more confirmation. Now you're down to a 13x. And you have to buy with full size up here. Okay? So yeah, don't tell me you're going to sit here and actually clip the highs. Because I know most people are way too scared. They won't. They're not going to come and be the first to break the highs. No, he's not. You're not going to do that. And I know people who tried to do that in the previous cycle here, right? When Bitcoin broke 20K, they got in, let's go all in Bitcoin, 20 to 25K. You barely get your 2 to 3x. It comes back on China. They sell at the bottom of China anyway. And then if you hold with me, you didn't even sell at 69K. Okay? So it's not easy, man. That's why you got to get in good stuff. You got to get in good stuff that runs. You got to get in stuff that forms a religion that most people believe is not a thing, but you've done research that you believe it is a thing. All right? And it's got nothing to do with the recent narratives. Okay? So this is what you're in for. That's why we have to look at this. It's diminishing over time, okay? Don't get upset by this. This is the truth, the reality. This is what happens. It's becoming more mature, all right? So look, it's sad, man. Like we used to get a 69x, okay? Now to 2x, 2.6x. What's the next 4-year cycle return going to be in this part? I don't know, man. But I'm telling you, it ain't going to be a 32x, right? I'm not even going to bother saying this number here, right? So, because you already know what type of illicit substances you are smoking if you believe in that, okay? So, we're not early to Bitcoin anymore. And funny, everybody who disagrees, friends, it's true, okay? Everybody who disagrees, it's always the trading referral link dudes and the paid group influencers. So, the trading referral link dudes, they're influencers. They're the people who say, no, you're still early to Bitcoin. And they'll come and shill you buy bit like every single day. They're not even selling you like, hey, here's a method of trading. Here's how I learn. Here's how I use my indicators. Here's how you can do it responsibly. By the way, don't trade. Like, they don't say it like that, man. They don't do that. And they don't do a course or anything. They get an email from the exchange and they go, let's sign up all these suckers. And they get the commission out. And they're like, okay, let's look at the commission table. Oh, wow, I just got to sign up 30 suckers a week and I'm making money. That's all they do, man. They don't care about you. I care about you. I day trade. I love this. Every bone in my body. I love day trading. And I only commit like 1% of my capital to it, right? Because I discovered in this middle of the last bear market, I discovered that, oh my God, I'm never going to actually outperform the hodlers. I won't. And I believe there's enough irrational actors in crypto and people who don't do their research such that I can grab the low-hanging fruit. That was my belief, my conviction. And I'm going to be right. I am right already, all right? You can't out-trade 102x on Solana, all right? You can't out-trade them. 10x's and 9x's, you can't. Go and look at the best Binance accounts on their leaderboard. The biggest one, guys, they're up like 9x. So they put in like, 150K and now it's like 1.2 mil. They're up 9x, friends, since like 2020, 2019. So you think, oh, wow, that's amazing. They're still up. Yeah, but that's the top of the top, man. You're literally looking at like the top 16 people out of 450,000. As soon as you go down the line, their ROIs are nowhere near that, friends. Nowhere near. You're not going to outperform hodling. And by the way, when you're trading, it's a sport. You can get injured. You can screw up once. You can not read the market good in year 3, 4, 5. But when you do the hard work and research, which is actually all you have to do is watch my videos, continue being my friend, put love hearts on my Twitter comments, like, subscribe, bell button, all. That's literally all you got to do. I'm feeding all this free to your brain. You will outperform them. That's it. We've seen how the game is played. These people are just too scared. They're just too scared, Rams. But look, I'm not here to try sell you a dream. Bitcoin's ROI, its return on friendship, is going down. Fast. When you look at this, you're like, oh my God, it's going fast. Okay. And people are going to move the goalposts. They go, oh, but yeah, we're still up. We're still up after 8 years. Yeah, congratulations, friends. The fastest growing bleeding edge technology that humanity has ever seen. And you sat there in the boring blue chip believing the narrative. You know, some people are genuinely going to get caught because they're checking their phones. They only check crypto when they're literally on the dunny. That's it. Once a week. They're like, oh, is it zero yet? No? Okay, sweet. I keep holding. I'm in my Bitcoin. You know, I watched some video of some guy. Many people are actually like that. All right. I've seen them. I've heard them in public bathrooms, listening to YouTube influencers on loudspeaker. Right. I don't fault them for going the way that way. Okay. But you're listening here. You can act. All right. I'm not selling you a product. I don't want your money from trashy exchanges like, oh, come trade, leverage, and here's a triangle. It's always these people, friends. I put together the observations. I go, hey, I think Bitcoin's going really, really high, but the people who think it's going really, really high, all of them coincidentally shield Bybit and Binance leverage trading. Oh, isn't that convenient, friends? I'm like, why? And I'll go, well, maybe they just believe that because they got in early. Where's the counter argument? You're here to me for the counter argument. You can't argue with these numbers. The 4-year ROI is getting bad. Now, you can say, hey, I'm too scared to go into any altcoins because I think it's too risky and stuff. You can say that because you don't have time. But I'm here 18 hours a day. I barely sleep, barely shower. The crocodiles, they're running wild out there. I can't wrestle all of them for you. But I'm trying, okay? So look, this pill, it's hard to swallow, but it sets you free. In your spare time, okay, when you're finished from the dunny, go to different crypto you're in. Look at their 4-year ROI, okay? You're going to find you can't do that many because not many were able to form a religion and stay around this long. This is Bitcoin. Bitcoin, the religion of Satoshi. Yes. Do you want to do an Ethereum one live with me? I think you do. And by the way, yes, I understand. Please excuse the mess here, friends, because it's missing an Ethereum emoji. And also, the 4 hearts of friendship and justice, please. Okay, all you gotta do is put a 12-month chart, and you can have a look, man. You can have a look. Now, I don't like always doing ICOs because, you know, I mean, it's important, but it's not realistic. Because these ICOs, most of the time, VCs, insiders, scum, and or we just weren't around, okay? So, this first year, right, if you bought, see, I don't like bottom ticking, but if you just bought, you know, the end of the year, 1, 2, 3, 4, this is Ethereum, 145x. Okay, that was your 4-year return from here, 145x. Isn't that juicy? What about if you bought at the top here, you know? How crazy is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, and you sold at the end of the year. Hey, 400%. Ain't bad. Ain't bad at all. For buying the top of Ethereum, pretty good. That's actually awesome. That's amazing. How many coins do you know broke their all-time high by that? Not that many in crypto. So you can see the numbers, they're not as juicy as Bitcoin. We don't get to see the beautiful full rotation. You know, you get to at least observe here what might happen in the future if, well, we go sideways for a bit, we go up. What's my return going to be? You know, you're dealing with a blue chip here, friends. We all call this a blue chip. Blue chip give you blue chip results. A blue chip result is you are sacrificing your reward, your return on friendship, for the ability to sleep at night knowing you ain't going to be rug pulled. Okay? Permanently. You can only be rug pulled by a correlation. That is the price you pay for the blue chips. And yes, I understand investing is hard. There aren't that many friends out there and everyone's trying to take your money. But this is the game. This is the game, you know. Until next time, friends. And don't forget, by the way, you call your mum and your dad, you tell them you love them. All right? I love you. Next time, friends.